Oh,
Oh, we're being live streamed.
we're being live streamed.
So it's just, I need to clear my screen. It says. Got it.
And we are on. All right, get the yellow and red cards ready because
Oh,
Three Rivers is in the house.
I've been sedated, so you know you got a chance. Yeah. So welcome to our homage to the Falcon pipe.
And I've got mine ready. I'm just loading it up,
Me
and
too.
I hadn't even lit it yet. So it's going to be lit here in just a second. I really wished I actually have another Falcon on its way with the proper bowl, which we'll be discussing in just a minute here.
I'll pass it through to you. There you go. Under there. Just arrived today. There you go. Well, I have got the.
This is the chimney, and I would say we would take this show till as long as this one lasts, but I had it go for about 2 hours and 15 minutes the other night.
I think I was saying before, it's one of those catch-22 times in the day, both 11:30 at Central States time and 5:30 here in the UK, and then an hour more or less either way. So we're thanking everyone that's taken the time to join us today. And I say it's just our homage to the Falcon pipe and the gentleman that sort of, certainly for me, promoted it. And I think of every time, and this is the whole reason I got this particular brown stem and the Dublin rustic. But there we go.
Well, it is interesting. I haven't checked it today, but for those of you who might have checked smokingpipes.com, they sold out of these the other day. So I don't know if we created a little run on them or not. I think they have them now, but we've got a deal where we know that we're going to have some available.
Yeah.
And maybe you want to just point that out.
Oh yeah, we're blessed in the UK. From my experience anyway, that whoever you deal with online or your local tobacconist, that you know they're so supportive and looking after you. And my local sort of online is My Smoking Shop in Preston, and I've just ordered a couple of bowls there, and I've just got another ounce of rich dark honeydew. And I was saying to Ben in the shop there, he's explaining what the professor and I have been doing and promoting Jack Hargreaves. And I said, had you considered putting together a compendium of the brown stem and the rustic Dublin, which we determined that was originally what Jack's pipe was? He said, well, that's a good idea. We will do that. And what I can say, all the accessories for Falcon pipes are virtually in stock. I don't think there's anything out of stock at My Smoking Shop. So if you wanted to get into a Falcon smoking, and maybe the Jack Hargreaves, and he's there in the background with me now.
I'm going to share while you're talking. Keep going. I'm going to share this link.
All right.
Here's my smoke shop.
Yeah, my smoking shop, and there's the Jack Hargreaves, sort of tribute pipe that we've asked for. And Ben there was, yeah, no problem. We'll stick that up there. And if you put the link in your YouTube, if they come along to us, we will look after them. And I can tell you from experience, if you wanted to get that stem and that bowl, you end up generally on the website searching high and low, backwards and forwards, ups and downs. So there it is, all its in entirety. And the good news is, apart from the UK, they will sell to certainly not tobaccos, but pipes, yes. And this particular pipe and all the accessories for the Falcon, they will sell to the Americas, not South America, unfortunately, but the North America and Canada. And 80% of mainland Europe are covered. So give them a try if you're interested. I know we've got a gentleman from Romania this evening, and which is marvelous. We may be going even further afield. I don't know. I don't know who has replied to Professor so far. But yes, check them out. And they've been ever so gracious to support us in this, again, homage to Jack Hargreaves and the Falcon pipe. I know there's other types of falcons which are marvelous, and I've still to try those, and maybe some of the people.
The great thing is you're not locked in on the bowl that you get. You can have your stem, but you can have several different bowls.
Well, I've got this bowl here with rich dark flake, and here I've got some bosun gold plug, all ready to adapt in it if and when required. I think we should get our guests in, Professor, unless there's anything.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get them in, and we'll bring in a few people here.
If I may just say, Siviu, who's from Romania, is going to do a bit of a history lesson for us on the Falcon, which will be marvelous. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, pipe tree. Tree. Oh, Siviu.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Mr. Steve. Hello, Professor.
Oh, so good to see you.
So good to see you.
Trees there somewhere in the background.
What? I didn't hear it too well.
Oh, and Bud, good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's been a while since I've seen you. And Pied Piper, welcome.
Yeah.
Pied Piper and Bud both have the bent stem. I've been interested in that. We're the only ones out, Steve.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
And well, Reed, Bud, Bender, Bud is a harp. Well, you play the blues harp, don't you, Bud?
Yes.
Yeah, we should have a duo sometimes, but make sure you're louder than me.
All right.
Yeah, so I thought we saw a tree in there, but he's disappeared. Oh, well, that's so we've got Romania. Yes.
Romania. Yeah.
Bud, where are you? Bud?
Me?
I'm in California.
Yeah.
I'm in Bucharest, Romania.
Yeah, and where's Pied Piper? Where do you come from, Pied Piper?
Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area.
Wow. And we've got Tree from Oxford in England.
Hey,
Howdy, Tree.
Chris, how are you?
Good. I'm good now. Yeah.
You're the first one with a traditional falcon tree. We've all got either bent or coloured, or ones with chimney and sort of a hazard to low flying aircraft. Oh, Professor, what have you got there now?
That's an Alco.
All right.
One of the little Falcons that they did back in the 60s, I think. And a Universal.
Wow, you got the whole collection here.
The Alco was introduced in '64.
There
Alco.
you go. Now, see if you've got some history on the Falcon. So I don't know if it'd be a nice intro for. Oh, gentlemen, did you see the link there for my smoking shop? For Falcons and accessories, etc. And there's a particular, I don't know if Professor's just going to throw it back up now, but there's also, they've got the Jack Hargreaves, as we call it, tribute pipe with the Dublin rusticated and the brown stem. Can you see that?
Yeah, the one in his video that he presents his pipe.
Oh, no.
Yes. Well, if you look at it, he did his last video in 1985 for Out of Town. And by then, his brown stem has gone almost black. And he's, you were talking about this earlier, Siviu, in one of your videos. I mean, a smoker's friend. I would use it to ream. I'd be burning the top of the bowl. I was probably using cheap pipes. You know, I was 17. I'm cutting off the carbon and some of the briar with it. And I think over the years, the decades, Uncle, Jack Hargreaves has, sort of come down a wee bit. But no, that's the one we think it is. But I thought it'd be a nice intro, gentlemen, if you could give us a bit of a history background to Falcon. Would you mind, Sivu?
Yes, of course. First of all, I want to show you two more types of pipes that look like Falcons. This is the Ronson from the 60s. The idea is for the smoke to travel 3 times the length of the shank. So it has a double, I don't know if you can see, double, it has 3 tubes inside and the smoke goes through all those 3 tubes. So they lengthened the way the smoke goes. So in theory, it gets much cooler. And the other one is a Titan. It's very small, so I think it's called this as a joke, a Titan with a removable stem.
That's nice.
Very small and removable ball, of course. You just put it anywhere. It doesn't take too much place. So about the history of Falcon, the Falcon pipe was created in 1936 by the American engineer Henry Bugg. However, during the World War II, the production of the Falcon was limited, and in 1949, George Hunt took over the production and marketing. By 1954, 6 million Falcons were sold in United States. By 61, production started in England. So in 61, they started making them in England. In 64, the Alco was launched. In 67, the Bradford was launched. But in 79, it was withdrawn from the market. In 68, production of the Falcon in Chicago, USA stopped. In 1977, the Falcon was started being made by International. And that's the short history. A few important years for the Falcon.
Thank you.
And then through some of those eras, some of the bowls are not compatible with some of the bases, right?
That's interesting.
So if you have a Falcon that was manufactured in the
Glenn
60s,
off for that, because Glenn's made
purchase a new, it may not fit, right?
Yeah,
I think they still fit though.
The Falcon ones don't fit the Alcos. They're slightly different. But Glenn uses a rubber ring rather than a
Right.
thread.
but even then, I believe Glenn's pointed out before that he still has to have several stems that he adapts. Like he'll ask people, I think, what stem they have, and maybe we can get Glenn on another time. I know he messaged me and said he would have liked to have been on, but he was having to work. So, I know his is more of a friction adaptation and not screwing in, because it would be pretty tough if you were making the bowls to have the jig to do the thread on it. I can't imagine really having to do that. But once you probably had that proper jig, it wouldn't be an issue other than matching the year stem that you had.
Trey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Going back in the day, I was 17, 18 when I had my first Falcon. I really couldn't get used to it at the time. Totally different now. But would I be correct? It was some kind of gasket with that then, or that would have been another manufacturer? Would I be getting confused?
Falcon had
Like a round gasket
on some of theirs, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thread should be the same, should it? On the new bowls and going back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a Falcon, if I can see that. Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah, same thing with the Ronson. It has a rubber thingy.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you, going back in the day, I might have been incorrect. Maybe it was a Ronson I had rather than, you know, Falcon. And maybe that's, you know, it's a different experience for me now. But I'll probably find that thing. It's in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
So what ball have you got on there, bud?
Actually, this is a bowl a friend of mine made.
All right.
Chris Plummer. He just got into it. He's had the same problem as like different. If it's a little bit too long, you know what I mean, it'll not screw on, and
Yeah.
different. Even the bowls are slightly different. You know what I mean? Sometimes. So he had a bit of a trouble because for a while I could. Some of them it wouldn't screw on, and then the ones that would screw on, I couldn't get it to draw. You know what I mean?
Really? Because it gone down too far into the receptacle.
Right. Didn't go far enough to get a seal, so it would just be pulling air. So
Yeah.
he just took like a millimeter or so off the bottom, and then it worked just fine.
That's a Ronson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a Ronson.
What year would that Bronson be?
I'm not actually sure on that.
Well, what era? It would be from the 60s, right?
The first one from the 60s, I think, and the next one from the 70s, the colored one.
Yeah.
It's my guess.
Yeah, see, they got as a dry ring.
Oh yeah.
The more you talk.
Yeah, that's got a rubber washer on it. I think a lot of them did. I think.
Maybe in a Ronson I had back then, because my experience was that it was always going up, and I thought it me, the tobacco could well have been both. And then because of Jack Hargreaves and the pipe he smokes and reading his books and watching his programs, you know, sort of reminiscing, I think that's the word. I thought, I'm getting one. And I was so surprised and shocked the difference experience I've had smoking this compared to what I remember, you know, back when I was 17, 18, you know. So yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Well, you've got quite a few, have you, Sivu?
Sorry?
How many would you say you have a collection, don't you?
Yeah, I have almost 200 pipes, but I only have 3 pipes like this.
Yeah,
metal pipes, let's say. Yeah, and my guess is, if you said that it was going up all the time, my guess it was a Ronson.
Right.
I'm not sure what this one is.
It looks like a radiator.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a USA pipe. It's either a
Viking, is it?
Viking, yes.
It's got the nut in the bottom.
Yeah, it's a Viking.
Wow. I'll tell you what, I'm learning some stuff here. Never heard of him.
Oh, there are a lot of pipes in this style.
It's painted white.
Yeah. Well, Professor, what's that one that looks like a piston outside of it? Oh, there we go. Is it that? You know, it's almost.
It looks like a Pearson.
Art Deco. It's an aluminium. I'm sure it's an aluminium pipe, and below the stem, it's like got fins on it, like, you know, from
It is called the radiator pipe.
It is called a radiator pipe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have that one out in my bookcase outside.
Oh, you know the one I mean. Can I just? I don't want to get a yellow or red card here, but I want to, because Sivu's got quite a collection of Peterson pipes, and I've got a pipe here. I'm sure it's the 70s when I bought it, and it's so smooth now, the bowl. There's no number on it. but I can tell you, can you see the shape? And in particular, oh, sorry, the mouthpiece. I think I've, oh, sorry.
Doesn't have any stampings on the.
Yes, well, give me a chance. I'll just write.
If it's a silver, sterling silver band, I can tell you the exact year.
Right, well, just bear with me. It's K&P, Peterson's plural, and then it's got sterling silver stamped underneath it. Underneath there. It's a sterling. Sorry.
Yeah, you should take a picture of those 3 letters and enlarge it and send me a message and I will tell you.
I will do. I will do. But it's
the exact year.
Yeah. But you can see how smooth it's gone. There's no numbers left on there now.
Yeah.
But I bought that new decades ago, and it still smokes so good.
This is a dollar pipe from Sweden.
It's made in Sweden, Tree.
Yeah. They're plastic rather than metal, but basically you get a pipe cleaner and you wind it round the stem.
Oh, okay.
And that's what soaks up all the crap. I dropped it. Has it got to there?
Yeah, they've made a lot of this style of pipes.
And these
Trey, I thought about you this past Saturday when I was in Brazil, because I ended up at a market, so a car boot on your end, but it's full of all kind of stuff. I would have been spending money right and left if I'd been in the States where I could have brought it home easily. They had all kind of stuff. But
Pied Piper, can I ask, when did you first start smoking the Falcon?
You know, I bought this one about 2 years ago. It was my first Falcon. And I pieced all the parts together. I think I bought it all on Amazon. I'd always been Falcon curious and finally got my hands on one. The local pipe shops never really had them in inventory. And I tried to order it from smokingpipes.com, and every time I tried to order it, it was out of stock. And so I finally saw it on Amazon and went for it.
So what inspired you was curiosity. Was that it?
I read about them and people claimed that you could take them apart hot and they were great for somebody who did guided tours of whitewater rafting claimed by him, and he said he always carried like all the little bits, and then no matter what happened while he was he would smoke it while he was going down the rapids and mess it up, and then come to a stop and just change out a couple parts and light another bowl. And that story kind of fascinated me, and so I was wanted to try the Falcon, and I finally did, and I have a YouTube channel. I made a review on it, and just had fun with it. Yeah. But it's my only Falcon. It's my first Falcon, and it's actually been sitting for a year. Inspired by this Friday gathering, I cleaned it up and packed a bowl and joined in.
Oh, brilliant. Bud, when did you first get your first Falcon? I admire that bowl. It really is a stunner, isn't it?
Probably not too long after I started smoking a pipe, and I started smoking about 8 years ago. So there was something about the interchangeability, and they have a fairly good I wouldn't say marketing plan, but when you look at a whole page of all the different shapes and everything else, you know what I mean, it catches your eye. So I think I also like at that time they had the this style here with the twisted.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? So I think this was my first one that I bought. Yeah, and so that kind of caught my eye too. And then it was just I was lucky I got one of the like this one here has the they call the hyper bowl, you know what I mean, on it. So which is a nice deep bowl for compared to most Falcon bowls, which can be small. And so I like that too. And there were some guys in my pipe club who smoked Falcons occasionally, and one guy who is a pretty big advocate of them. He gave me this, which I don't know if you realize is a Falcon tamper.
No,
Falcon tamper
never
printed on
seen.
that side, and it says patent applied for patent on the inside. So it's kind of like a thimble, basically.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
So yours was practicality, one could say. The initial, yeah. Sylvia, what was your inspiration?
Jack Hargreaves.
Oh, rock and roll.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's interesting, that Professor and I said, well, what inspired him? Because there's no Jack around at the time. And my words to Professor at the time was probably practicality, because he was that kind of chap, wasn't he? And Professor, you said you thought he probably would have gone more, although he did smoke briars, he would go wholeheartedly for an English British kind of briar, but no. So yeah, that was my inspiration.
I will say for most of the time that I own mine, this was always kind of a grass cutting pipe. When I was out cutting the lawn, that's what I used this for. I had a cob and this pipe, which I would use when I cut grass. But it is a good travel pipe. But I mean, that's why I think for Jack, it was a good outdoors pipe. And probably I would almost bet he went with the darkened, because if you're out bird watching or dealing with animals or nature, you're not going to have the flashiness. Probably also being a presenter, back in those days, he wouldn't have had the glare coming from the pipe, with the lights and the camera, all of that. So that's probably partly why he went with the darkened stilm as well.
And they are easy to clinch. So,
yeah.
So
I'm curious if he used the moisture absorbent in his pipe, in his Falcon. Oh, okay. I always use one, always.
Well, if you do go to my smoking shop, they sell these, and you can always use them as a template if you want to make, convert conventional pipe cleaners from them. So, Tree, there's only you. What inspired you, or is it just you found it at a car boot sale? It was too good to leave. It was. Yeah.
I found it at a car boot. Yeah. Along with other, similar. Remember the Gima?
You mean the Gima?
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's even better. You should try it. The other gentlemen that don't have one, it's very good, very, very good.
That's a pipe with a statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the guy at Monte Carlo might be smoking one of those.
Yeah.
They got like a coiled metal filter in.
Yeah, electrostatic, made from an electrostatic material that really keeps the tar and you just remove this and it's inside here.
Wow.
Neat.
Oh, Professor, just can I ask, there's no one waiting to come in? There's a gentleman called Anthony was hopeful he could join us.
No, I've been keeping an eye on it. So, if for some reason somebody's trying to get in, please let me know. But I'm not seeing anybody yet.
Well, I know Gary Olden in the way. We've had a little bit of correspondence, and his his father, his grandfather, we're all smoking Falcon, so he's got a great affinity to the Falcon. What's that you got there, Tree?
That's the
Gima filters.
Gima filters.
The coil. Oh,
I found a full box at a car boot. Luckily enough, that's what they are.
the coil. Yeah, the metal coil. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking if you can't find something, you just need to ask Tree and he'll find it at a car boot for you. So.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing. I've been to them and I just see trash after trash after trash. I don't see any treasure. And, you know, Tree finds it, you know. I just see broken stuff. Or new stuff that's made to look old.
Yeah. Well, my secret is that I go to the same car boot every week and I stand talking to the stall holders. And now, if they get any pipes from house clearances, they leave them in the footwell of their car and give me first shout at them.
Either that or they tell them to go away and say, you've got no pipes here.
Now, very often I'll be walking up to a stall and they go, oh, I ain't got any pipes today. But this is a Ronson.
Right.
No, not a Ronson, a Duncan.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Duncan.
I will say, of all the different ones that y'all showed, though, it's interesting that the Falcon and the Curson's about all that really still survives of the aluminum pipe world. So I don't know what that says about them, but they survived. I don't know. I've never really seen some of the others. I know K Woody had one. You probably have a K Woody aluminum, Chris.
No, I got very few K Woodies at all myself because you don't find many of them over here. I mean, I've got a couple, but they're brighter. I mean, the Duncan Delta, they was sort of more or less the same. You know, just got room for a dry ring. And of course, that's a Falcon cool way, so it's a 9mm briar, but that's still Falcon. But
Can I ask? I know Professor has anyone else out there tried the Samuel Gowerth Rich Dark, which is called Spring Dew now? It used to be called Honeydew, Rich Dark Honeydew.
I've tried the honeydew.
You have? What do you think of it?
Yeah, it was nice. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was some time ago, so.
Well, it was Gallagher's originally.
Yeah.
But this is what Jack Hargreaves he smoked most of. And I must say, even though it's, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think it's Burley, Virginia with a maple and honey topping. And it's not, you know, it's just a nice smoke. It doesn't burn too quickly. It burns evenly. And again, it's just the combination with the pipe and the bowl. It's just that I get into the theme, as I say. He's up there at the moment on one of his DVDs. Yeah. Oh, Bud, have you ever come across Jack Hargreaves?
Only through you guys.
Oh, right. Well, that's good. And yourself, Piper.
What was the question? The tobacco, Jack?
Oh, no. The answer is probably no then. Jack Hargreaves was a TV presenter and author and a supporter of conservation and wildlife. And he did a series of programs in the country, and they called it Out of Town, because the country people, it's just all the traditional things like basket weaving, making beehives, rakes, shooting, fishing, training gun dogs, horse, equestrian things, farriers. It's just things that are passing us by in this day and age, unfortunately.
Yeah. But
he did make these series, and you can get them on. We said before. Oh crikey, Professor, help me out here. Dave Knowles. He's done this. Well, he's not done them. He's promoted them, and I think along with Jack Hargreaves' stepson, Simon Baddesley. I might be wrong there. I have had my tablets, Professor, so the brain's going to sleep. Well, there we go. Yeah, but certainly a wee dram if you enjoy a dram and a pipe and watch the world as it was. It's total escapism.
Didn't he used to be on a program called How?
Oh, he was on How as well, yeah, and he said, and it was how would you do this? You know, it's like a kids program. So yeah, how could you make a pint of water stay in a glass? You know, with the with the adhesion. So yeah, things like that. How do you do it? And it's you draw away the card, and the water stays in the pint pot upside down.
Yeah. And how do you get 2 pints into a pint glass? Pint of sawdust and then a pint of water.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't know that. You say how.
Yeah.
So all the kids would say how.
I see
27
some of the little filters. They're the ones that go in the international and they're like a pipe tampax.
Yeah.
I didn't miss. I don't think they've got those on my smoking shop. But they might have them in boots. That's the chemist.
They still sell Falcons, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've never found any of the dry rings, but I've got the Monson.
Oh, they may. The thing is, Tree, they may have whatever the accessories Falcon have had and they've got them. And I did approach the main man at Falcon UK down south, and quite rightly he said, well, about coming on and joining us. He says, no, we're just the manufacturer and supplier. You know, it's the retailers that you speak to, not ourselves. It's very polite and everything, but he says, no, we would prefer not to come on as the manufacturer. You know, but if you approach the retailers, and hence, you know, my phone call. I was ordering some tobacco at the time, and I said I just put this idea to them. So yeah, they will send all over North America, Canada, 8% of Europe, and UK and Ireland. So there we go. It's interesting to see what kind of kit they've got, and you have other pipes, obviously.
Yeah.
All the main makes and the specials that come out.
You know, GQ tobacco, they have
Oh, yeah.
carry Falcons and stuff too. So
Very much so, yeah. Sam of GQ Tobaccos and Helen, who helps him out there. They were at the British Pipe Show the other month with you know, but selling tin tobacco. They didn't bring any loose, but I did get some tobacco from them. Oh yeah, again, as I say, we're blessed, you know, all the tobacconists that we have. The one thing you'll find is that on Rota, you may find one will run out and the other one's still got the brand you're looking for. So, you know, one of them will probably sort you out.
Yeah, us in European Union cannot buy anything from a US or an UK pipe store. I mean, we have my favorite tobaccos by far are Gauit Hogarth, and we have 0 Gauit Hogarth in European Union. In Romania, forget about it. We have almost no tobacco. But in Europe, we have no Gauit Hogarth, and we are not allowed to buy from any US store or UK store. It's a godforsaken land now for pipe smokers here.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do know.
For you.
Sorry?
I said that's freedom for you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if to say this, but is there anyone here that likes vapors?
Likes what?
Vapors,
No.
Virginia Creeks. No? Well, this isn't
Yeah.
that.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did?
I was
Well,
supposed
maybe
to down
this is
again.
not
Yeah.
good news because there's
I
a
thought you
lot.
were talking about the vape pipes, but you were
Oh,
talking
no,
about
no,
vapors.
no.
That's what I thought you meant too.
For voting,
Yeah,
no.
me too.
9. No, the vapors, Virginia Periques, yeah.
Yep.
But it's just that apparently there is a shortage of Perique at the moment. So vapors or Virginia Periques might become a little, you might want to, those amongst us tonight might want to stock up on a few tins. I doubt if I'll be wrong. There is a shortage right now. But it's all coming from the same place, isn't it? St. James. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So maybe they've had a bad crop or whatever, I don't
Yeah,
know.
they had a couple of bad years. I know that.
Have they? Well, that could be it. Because it takes how long for them to ferment the Perique? It's quite a process, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is. They put in a barrel, don't they, and soak
Yeah.
it for years.
It's like at least a year, isn't it? Am I
Mm.
wrong? So it's quite a lengthy process. So if the stuff that comes out the other end isn't any good, you got a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I forgot how long. I know they've covered that on Brian Levine's show a few times. That's where I first learned the process they run through, because they said that I guess it's like a warehouse or a barn with all these barrels, and they put it under high pressure and keep cranking it down. And
They turn them around, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
turn them upside, I don't know. I just, yeah.
I mean, it'd
But
be interesting to go see. I think you could tour the place where they are producing the bulk of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think they were trying it somewhere else in another state, but they still just weren't getting quite the same results.
Yeah, there is also a Acadian Perique and a Perique made from barley by, I don't know, another American. I forgot its name now. But the real Perique, yeah, comes just from one place, St. James Parish.
Yes, yeah. That's what I understand.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the Ryan and Daughters and Ryan? What's the owner? Forgot his name. He's the guy who does the St. James Freak.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah,
Runs the factory.
Have and say it's Ryan.
He's gonna be at Vegas, so I'm gonna ask him about that, because he likes to know for sure what's going on. So, and C&D are they're 31 Farms, I think it's called. They grow, dedicated tobacco and stuff too. So
you'll be at the Vegas show.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to be our roving reporter from the ground.
When is the Vegas show?
It's in October, the second week in October, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, the British one's on the 8th of October, right?
So Sylvia, how do you get, I mean, or maybe you don't need to answer this. Whenever you are lucky enough to get Gareth Hogarth or Samuel Gareth, does it happen?
A few friends from the USA send me some. Now I'm smoking some 7 Broken Flake Gareth Hogarth, which is amazing. I had 50 grams from USA. Sometimes I buy from Switzerland, but maybe a little bit once a year. I mean, I only bought once from Switzerland. I send the money, somebody goes to Germany, then they send the tobacco from Germany because it's in European Union, so they cannot send it from Switzerland. It's like we are trafficking cocaine or something. It's really complicated.
Wait, I was going to say, do you ever get some of this?
One of my all-time favorites.
Is it? Right. This is difficult to get hold of, even in the UK right now. However, I did do a video on it. The same components. It's in Samuel Gareth Cobb. I'll show you it. It's
Cobb plug, yeah. Cobb plug.
And it's the same components in a plug form. but the flavors, the experience, everything's there, but it's so much more. I was going to ask you this. It's like we're talking about tobacco. It's all right, isn't it? When I'm preparing the plug, I do very, very small slices, thin slices. Then
Absolutely.
I dice it up. Yeah, then dice it up and then rub between the palms of my
The
hand.
only way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find it burns all the way through, and so slowly. It's
Kentucky. You cannot go wrong
sorry,
with Kentucky.
Sylvia. I wish you could smell this right now.
Oh, I've tried to buy some from Switzerland, but they didn't have it.
But
Yeah.
if they can't get, well, you know it. But if you can't get 1792, get the cob. A little bit more involved for preparation, but so rewarding. Yeah. So there we go.
So Steve, while you're saying that, we should just go around and get everybody to say what they're smoking in their bowl right now. I've got some Mary Monk, and for those of you who might have either seen Instagram or heard Stephen already, this has fast become, I would say, my second most favorite English, but it really has a flavor to it as if it's already aged, even though this is a new tin. I mean, the stamp on it was from July. So, right off the floor. But, and the other guys, I would hesitate to say it seems already aged based on just my opinion alone. But last month when I passed this around our Pipe Club meeting in Birmingham, everybody else pretty much said the same thing. I'll be at Pipe Club tomorrow, so I'll bring this along again, and we'll see how everybody, says it once again, if they agree with it still having that same flavor. That being said, I hope everybody doesn't come up with a big, huge honking bowl.
Like that thing you've got.
Commercial. We all know the commercial. I forget which now. Pipe maybe as Players or something where the guys all it's with gold block. That's it. The gold block commercial where the guy's got a small pipe at first, and when he gets the pouch from the guy, he whips out his huge bowl.
Yeah. That's what you need one of those.
That's what we call the cadger's pipe, isn't it? The cadger's pipe. Yeah.
So what does everybody else have? You got
Burley morning pipe, Ken Byron.
Oh, very nice.
I'm smoking Gowith Hogarth number 7 Broken Flake. It's similar to Boston Cut Plug, but even sweeter and even more aromatic. It smells like bubble gum, but it's fantastic.
Well,
I just opened a bag of old dark fired.
Is that H&H? Oh, McBaron, yeah.
Fired ready rub.
I just finished smoking Rich Dark Flake.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
And I put that in the St. Bruno Ready Rub.
Oh, I love St. Bruno. I love St. Bruno. Yeah. Condor is impossible to get. I love Condor. I only tasted twice, but believe it or not, even though it's made in Poland here in Central Europe, it's not sold anywhere here.
Well, I think I'm smoking Rich Dark Flake, but look away now, Sylvia.
Rever plug.
Yeah, there you go.
You hit me hard right now.
Did he swear then?
Yeah. Made by STG in Germany for Gowith Hogarth, but not sold in the God forsaken land.
It sneaks up, well, it does on me. I enjoy it so much. I could have 3 bowls and I'm probably reading or listening to some music, and that third bowl, all of a sudden the sweat starts. They can just creep up on you. It's one of those, you enjoy it so much and it kicks you in the, the back of the leg.
Yeah, again, this Gowith Hogarth idea of strong Kentucky, but aromatized and sweetened it's something that it seems that it's not working if you think about it, because Kentucky is very pungent and strong, but they do wonders with this Kentucky. I love all their blends with Kentucky.
Well, Condor, when I was like 17, 18, I got the St. Bruno, you know, back in England, counter tobacco, I got the Condor. And so you may appreciate that was the tobacco I used to listen to Jimi Hendrix. It got me in the zone. It was amazing. Yeah. Blood's with me.
Yeah.
In Ireland, you can get the Condor plug, can't they?
Yeah, only in Ireland. Yeah.
I've never tried that, but one day I'll have to do a call round Uncle Phil's and see if he's got any left.
Right, Tree, here's one for you. And Murray's plug from Ireland, what would it be? I don't know if it's in production now. Murray's. Anyway, leave that one with you. A friend of mine in Ireland did send me some, and it'll come to you.
The one with the old
walnut plug. Walnut plug.
No, I know what you mean. It wasn't walnut plug. No. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. I did smoke it when I was with my friend Shane, and he had a VW that he's renovated at the time, and I did put it on that video, and I can't remember what it was now. But his brother.
Warhorse.
No.
Made by Gallagher.
I know exactly where you're coming from. It's probably, I don't think you can. They make it now. Yacht. No.
Yachtsman plug.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I had a little bit of it. It's 34 euros.
You still make it?
Grams.
They still produce it?
Only in Northern Ireland.
Ah, right. Well,
hey, Steve Pipe Tree's got the pipe.
He's got the pipe.
Yeah, show that again, Steve.
Oh, good man. You just want a horse now.
Trouble is,
Oh,
I've had quite a few Falcons over the years, and I've given quite a few away. But every time I give, say, 2 away, I'll go to a car boot and find bloody 6 of the things or something.
they're probably shouting out. Oh,
Yeah.
That's just Falcons. You know,
Goodness.
I think you might be Falcon man.
every time I'll give one away, I'll buy a
Three come
bag
back.
of pipes at the car boot, and there'll be more Falcons than I give away, you know.
Tree, do you like the colour blue? Because you could be our Falcon man. We've got the tunic.
The blue Falcon, yeah.
The Falcon man, yeah. It's a bit tight on me.
It'll be a bit. I'll never get it on then.
All right. Happy days. I'll tell you who's a Falcon man as well. He's our Phil, Uncle Phil Sellers. He enjoyed the Falcon, and he Uncle Jack as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Hey,
I never
I
seen
thought
Phil with one.
I'd give a mention to a couple of the folks that's in the room and have left messages. Dry Fly Fisher 11 says hello, Steve and Professor.
Hi, Alex.
Polos says hello, everyone. And I purchased my Meerschaum bowl from there, I guess, meaning your smoking or my smoking shop.
My smoking shop.
Every time Steve used to say my smoking shop, I thought he was meaning like his smoking
Yeah,
shop.
me too. Me too.
Well,
Yeah.
as it happens,
Steve, you never clarified that was the name of the shop. I just thought you mean like my tobacconist.
I was confused. Ian Walker, we were down at the canal, and he says, "Oh, you want to try my smoking shop?" I'm thinking, "Oh, is there a smoking shop in Middlewich?" You know, I didn't realise it was Preston, my smoking shop. But there we go. Same as you said. I just confused. But anyway, they are good. I ordered that pipe yesterday morning. It arrived here before lunch today. Royal Mail, which is like ordinary mail for us. So, and they keep you updated where you are with your order. It's been passed on. It's been got out of the racks, it's been sent, it's on its way, and then it's tracked and they thank you, it's been delivered. So they're very efficient and very professional, but very empathetic as well. I mean, I could go on. They've done so many good things.
Hey, one thing I wanted to talk about with Falcons is the pipe cleaners, because if you have a thick pipe cleaner, it will not fit through your Falcon stem. So you definitely need a thin, pipe cleaner to get through there. And of course, they make their own, which work too. So
they're very narrow, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I've got the narrow ones, but they're the cheapos. They're not. I'm not saying Falcon's dear, but I'm just saying the ones I haven't tried in them yet are these abrasive ones. I haven't tried these yet. Well, they'll probably be too broad.
Yeah. But someone said to me years ago that they just take the bowl off and chuck it in the
dishwasher.
Dishwasher. Yeah.
Well, someone said they're not indestructible, but they sort of put it in that bracket. Steve, you're a Jack Hargreaves fan, yeah? Can you remember what?
I watched all his videos on YouTube.
Yeah, he had a white pony when he's on some of the shows he comes on, and it's a pack pony. It's white, and I seem to remember that its name was Ghost. Could you concur with that, or Tree? Can you remember?
No, can't remember.
No, right. Well, maybe it was. Maybe I'd had too many Jamesons. I don't know.
I've watched a couple of his videos in the last few days, but I hadn't watched any for years.
Yeah. Oh no, they are on YouTube, and I bought a number of them. From the local garden centre of all places. They had them there in a sale, and I thought, wow, yeah, let's have some of this. It's just escapism. It's just a lovely time.
Yeah.
Making cider, it's all these things. Fishing in a little brook, talking about how sea defences have happened and things have one town's moved to another and what have you. But
I've seen the cider episode.
Yeah, he never dictates to. He never says any. He says this is how it was. This is how it is. Not any. It's not controversial. Even when it comes to conservation and shooting, he's just open-minded. He does it, but he understands people's views. Very good. Yeah, enjoyable chap to listen to.
Another old England show that I watch right now, it's Open All Hours. Do you know Open All Hours?
Yeah.
Yes. I say yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's how the guy talks, yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer the original to the latest one.
Yeah, the original one.
With Ronnie Barker in it.
Tree, is that you talking or your mate? I can't see.
This is my butler.
Right, okay.
He's smoking a Falcon as well at the moment. There we go.
Oh, excellent. He does remind me of somebody. Oh, no, that's...
Very good.
I did want to say we had Central Cal Piper said, hello, guys. I've got my Falcon going. Pipe and Tobacco says hello, guys. And
Mr. Yanis.
Timber says, I'm on my lunch break and didn't have a Falcon with me. I'll have to join you in a short while with the cob. So he'd be more than welcome. We'll go just a few more minutes. Do you have another person?
Well, can I just say what?
Hey, here we go. This is a friend from my pipe club. So
welcome.
Welcome.
Chris.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Yeah. Can I just ask, why did they call you Copperbeard?
Well, my beard used to be more copper than it is, so I guess I should be called Silverbeard pretty soon.
I'm sorry, mate. Welcome. Good to meet you.
Good
And
to
I will
meet you
say,
guys too.
Paula said that he had sent me a email, but never got a response from me. I'm sorry. I don't know if I missed it or if it went into the junk folder. We'll definitely do this again, maybe next month if Steve's willing, and we'll see when we can do that. Oh, you got a cob on it.
Yeah, full cob.
Okay.
Easy for you to say, Tree.
Yeah.
So Chris was the guy who made this bowl for me. This is Chris right here. So
Oh, well done, Chris.
Great.
Thank you.
Now, did you
Thank you.
make the bowl that you have on yours, or?
Yeah, I made this one as well. There's actually a gentleman on the Facebook group, Pipe Makers, named Greg Thune, I believe, out of Colorado. And he made the die where I can actually put the original threading for a Falcon on the bowl. So here's one of the bowls that I made. The other one that Bud had that he just showed you. And then for Cloud Bear on Instagram, Cloud Bear Blends, I made a snifter style that was rusticated and everything else for him.
you can find Chris over on Instagram.
So
Yeah.
how many turns do you, is it sort of a 3/4 turn and lock?
It is. It's so I
there you
can
go.
position it right there, and now it's locked in. So it's like, and the nice thing is because it's the original force start, I can choose which grain pattern I want just by twisting it another, 1/4 of a turn essentially, and then I could get a completely different grain pattern to present on the front and side. So you get 4 positions that you get to choose from. Yeah. Yeah, Bud was telling me about this meetup and I was really excited about it, and reread the email and saw it. I jumped on about an hour late, so apologies.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, it's good
Well,
to meet you.
we'll try to coordinate a little better for the next one. I know I had a few more people that had made mention of wanting to be in, and I sent out an invitation to, other than Steve and myself, as 10 folks. So I know maybe a few people weren't able to make it, but hey, we'll try it again next month, and we'll give a little bit earlier warning next time as well.
And I'll spread the word too. There's a few people, everyone that I'll send a Falcon to, a bowl to, I'll send them the word that there's a nice meetup every month, where all of us can get together and share experiences and everything else.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good fellowship, hasn't it? It's been wonderful. Thank you. On my part, anyway, meeting you all. And some we've only met virtually, through each other's videos, not directly, like this, which is fantastic.
Right?
Well, it's great to have something, we all have the pipe to pull us together, but then having your Falcons to pull us together. So, and being able to see a number of other pipes that had aluminum stems to it as well. Pretty neat. It's just amazing how many different, pipe makers there were out there, how many different shapes and designs. But as I say, I think it's interesting how the Falcon really stood the test of time, where a lot of other aluminum pipes came and went. You just have to wonder, why did the Falcon stay so true when the other just drifted off?
Managed to stay in business. Yeah.
Professor,
I
that's
think it is
pronounced
because-
aluminium.
I think it's because they only concentrated on making this pipe and not any other pipes, briar pipes, or I think.
Good point. Good point.
They did one thing and one thing well.
Well, I'm amazed how many accessories you can get now. You get your box with your Falcon in, and on the back, on the bottom,
Yeah.
there's about 8 or 10 bowls there, sort of regulars, standard classics. But as you say, you go on if you go on anybody, I suppose, that's supplied, but obviously we're supporting my smoking shop is supporting us tonight. Have a look at their website. And if I can just cordially remind, if you wanted an Uncle Jack Hargreaves or Jack, I used to call him Uncle Jack. Jack Hargreaves combination of the rustic, or help me, Professor, which one is it? Dublin, the rustic Dublin, and the brown. I think they call it the extra. I'll just check my.
And the debate was whether it is the Bantam Dublin or whether it was the regular rusticated Dublin, but we definitely settled on it being the rusticated Dublin.
A well-loved, well-abused rustic Dublin that's come down. Yeah, they call this stem, which are the Falcon extra straight pipe stem brown. That's what they call it.
He was describing you for a minute.
But I have a couple of bowls coming. I do have the Bantam Dublin. That'll be the exact opposite of this one, which is the 50 millimeter chimney.
Mhm.
And I said this the other day. I almost wished I'd gone with the 40 millimeter, but then this one is a nice long smoke, and I put a pretty good dent in it while we've been here. But I have the Marrakesh, which is also a shape that I really liked. And I found it in a couple of different places. I finally got it at a price that I was willing to buy it at. But the great thing is I'm not having to buy a whole new pipe. I can just screw them onto this. So I'd say my goal right now is to have probably about 7 bowls, and I want to make a little pipe stand and have all the 7 bowls with the pipe on it, just kind of as a novelty thing, really.
What's that tree? Is that a brandy?
That's a snifter.
A who?
Snifter.
Snifter.
Oh, snifter. All right.
Lined one
That's the one thing they don't
Yeah.
know with it.
with the dental bit.
You wake up the next morning.
Meerschaum line?
No. Misha lined, yeah.
No.
Now, let me ask this question, because I'm sure, is the dental bit for people without teeth or with dentures or what?
It's like that, but through your whole
I
body.
don't know.
My view would be probably with dentures, a dental bit, in English or British, dialogue, you say a dental rather than, so it could well be.
This one's a dental bit, but I put a softy bit on it because it takes a bit getting used to. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I'm going to say it doesn't matter whether you got false teeth or natural teeth. I think it's just a dental bit, meaning it's got a better grip on it.
Yeah.
I would suggest.
Yeah.
But they do
And then it sounds.
dental bit like that.
You should start doing weights as well.
Oh yeah, that's what I have.
We have W.R. Kane said, great to see everyone. I'm enjoying this. Bear Wolf says hello, everyone.
William.
Ron Hardcracker says he's been lurking because he's married. And his and he said his wife insisted that he eat lunch now. So he said he'll step in a couple of minutes if we're still here. We might give him just a minute, but I know many of us need to get on with the day. I know I do. I have a
Well, just say hello to
London
William.
Calling says afternoon,
Hello,
guys.
William.
Yeah. Who was the last one, Professor?
London Calling.
All right,
oh, okay,
Simon.
Yeah.
Simon. Well, I think we saw William back there, and there was Ron. Was there? Has he got his musket? No. Is he ready? And there was another one I missed. Sorry, in between.
Pipe and tobacco, my friend, Mr.
Oh
Yanis.
yeah, Yanis. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't
Excellent.
think he owns a Falcon. I would really love for him to be here.
Well,
but I don't
maybe
think-
next time.
Well,
He owns a
that's
G
because
man,
there's a-
but not a Falcon.
Yeah.
That's because there's a man that lives pretty close to Oxford that's hoarding all of the Falcons.
that's right.
Falcon man.
He does.
But Professor, I was going to say you're going to put a link below, aren't you, for my smoking shop, which will take you to the Jack Hargreaves.
I will. So for those interested, there will be a link down in the bucket below after the show finishes. for my smoking shop. And that way, if you say, I want the Jack Hargreaves special, you can go in and purchase it. Because I will say, kind of sometimes trying to match it up, you might have a little bit of a difficult time, as mentioned earlier. Sometimes it's available in some places and not. So definitely the sooner you get there, the better, I would say. And it's a decent price. So I don't know what the shipping to the US would be, but it's definitely worth you giving a shot. So
can we say this has been a success, gentlemen?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Definitely.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you for your fellowship so much.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, Professor. Thank you, Professor. Again.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. This is wonderful.
So definitely enjoyed it. Glad to have everybody pop in, and I'll just add, as I say, I'm sorry. I realized that I missed somebody. I don't know if their email went in the junk folder or whatever, but I did miss one person, and they can resend it to me. If I missed more than that, please forgive me. Resend me your information. We'll put you in the list for the next group. Or if you have other people you want to shoot over to us, let us know. We can hold up to, I think, 99 people in here, man.
Oh, crikey. I tell you, we've learned a lot, haven't we, in this short space of time? I have. It's been fascinating.
Yes.
The view, giving us the history on Falcon and Falcon Man tree. It's been brilliant. And with the bowls as well, Copperbeard, fantastic.
No, I bet
Just as I say, have I upset him?
No, he was having connection problems, I think.
Oh, there we go. There's nothing I said, was it?
No, not at all. Chris is a great guy. So
I know. I can
Thank you.
see that.
there he is.
I appreciate that. yeah,
Yeah.
I bounced out for a second.
Yeah, maybe Chris, next time if you have a second, you can show us. Maybe if you have different bowls you've made, you can show us some of your bowls and.
And your tooling.
Yeah.
Let us do
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Yeah,
I
big
have
names, for sure.
I have an Instagram channel, Copperbeard Pipeworks, where
Okay.
I've actually gone on and I've shown some of the tooling I've made. I've made some freehand spoon bits for another pipe maker myself. I also do 3D printed pipes, and I have some people doing some reviews on that for me. And just do kind of some weird stuff like the Falcon I'm smoking right now. I don't know if you can see, but I actually copper dipped this one. So it's got a couple, like maybe a half a mil of copper all the way around it, but able to still keep the details and everything else. And it patina's really nice. So you can polish it up or, let it get that nice patina look to it as well. But yeah, I'd love to showcase some of the stuff on the next one for sure.
Can I just catch up with you there? You said 3D printed pipes, and you also have some weird stuff. Now,
Yeah.
you got me.
All right, where's
Wow.
my red card?
Oh, no.
You can ask Bud. I definitely
Yeah.
bring some weird things to the pipe club sometimes.
Oh, yellow. Oh, it's a yellow that's worse.
But no, I've done like 3D printed pipe stands. I have probably 6 different pipe shapes right now. 3 that are in line with Peterson, like a bent Dublin, sitter, 2 sitters actually. And then I've got like a poker, a kind of like a tomato style shape, and then also an acorn. And then the stems are all interchangeable. So you could go from a like nose burner to a standard length to church warden all on the same pipe. And kind of like Falcon, the smoking part is actually a briar bowl. So that briar bowl you can pop out in between the different 3D printed stummels and have like one bowl that you swap out between all your shapes. So it's a little bit kind of like an inverse of the Falcon, but it smokes like a calabash because that's the design on it. So yeah, I can showcase some of those too.
I have a question. You brought it to my mind. Is there such a thing as a church warden Falcon? Is there such a thing? Because there's always a chance we could get Greg off Tunnel Take to join us.
I haven't seen one yet.
No,
but I mean,
well, there you go.
Yeah, there's definitely some possibility in there. The guy that helped me make the tooling for the bowls, he and I have been going back and forth on some different things, and we've both been talking about making some aluminum pipes in the future. So one thing I will be adding to my repertoire is the Weeby, or like what Chris Morgan makes, the radiator pipes. That's now open source and available for any pipe maker to go out and make. So we're going to be adding that to the list of things that we're going to be making. But then also some like Kirsten inspired bowl or pipe shapes. And I really do want to tackle the Falcon. He's making the tap for it so we can actually start making the bowls. So he made the first die for, or not bowls, but the pipe itself. The first round of dies he made is just for making the threaded bowl. Once he gets the tap done, then we'll be making pipes. So yeah.
Oh, I have one question, which really was Steve's question. So does the bit come off?
It's not supposed to.
There you go, Steve.
I know.
Yeah.
I did ask the question yesterday to them. They said no, it's fixed.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it does, I mean, I've seen some pipes where people have played around with it enough and they've been able to pull the stems out and stuff. It's really delicate. The wall thickness of the tube that goes down the center is very, very thin. And so trying to press that back in without the right tooling and stuff, you can kink it and then, create a bend inside or a fracture line. And then your pipe is pretty much useless at that point. You'd have to have like a new center stem pressed inside of it and everything else.
Well, I was wondering if he stuck it in the freezer for a little bit, if he would be able to release it or at least twist it a little bit, because you got a slight cant to yours, don't you, Steve?
It's unique, this particular one. My new one's absolutely bang on straight, but I'm quite happy with it because it's mine. Oh, that's mine, yeah. Oh, no one else will want it anyway.
True. There you go.
Oh, who said true? That's terrible.
Falcon International has a removable stem.
Look at the state.
Wow, a little bit of
Wow.
They found Steve's old bowl.
Yeah.
that's it.
Glad you said that. Yeah. That's too good a shape for my old one.
Hole at the bottom bigger than the one at the top.
Well, gentlemen, I was about to drop us out. We do have one person who just wants to pop in here, but we do need to sign out. I need to sign out. But we're going to let this individual pop in and say a couple of words. Dance Dad Piper wanted to be here with us. He couldn't be here today. He had a family situation pop up, so I did want to give him a little shout out. He watches this individual. It says he's joining, but he's still not joined in. And no, Steve, I don't think
There he comes. There's Ron.
wearing his green hat.
Ron, show us your picture.
Oh,
He is shy.
slowly coming.
Yeah, you're right. He is shy. So
Yeah.
he hardly talks at all. So
What do you call those caps from the American War of States? He's got a grey one, hasn't he? He's probably just straightening it up.
He's turning the kaleidoscope as fast as he can. Now it says he's joining with audio.
Coming to audio. Muted.
Well, Ron, we've tried.
He's probably
Just
trying to
upgrade his
fix
modem.
it. Well, Ron, how do you keep 7 pipe smokers in suspense?
Yeah.
Well, I know a couple of people were waiting on pipes to arrive, so maybe that's why we didn't see some today. I had one person tell me that their pipe had just arrived, so I was looking forward to them being in, but I guess they weren't able to make it. But anybody that just, as I say, shoot me an email professorjeremiah@gmail.com. If you don't get a response within a day or so of me just acknowledging that you got it, shoot me another one. Say I'm here. Let me make sure, because I get a lot of emails on that address. So
I don't know.
Ron, we love you.
About that.
We're sorry we're missing you. And hopefully next time. And Pipe Tree he is hoarding all of the Falcons. So when you're wondering why you can't find them, it's because Pipe Tree's got all of them.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's been great. Great to visit with you. And thank you, Steve, for putting that together with my smoking shop, which now we have clarification that it's not his smoking shop.
Well. Oh, Professor, thank you for your hospitality very much. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for
thank you
hosting.
all
you.
for joining. So, and for all of those that have been watching on YouTube, thank you very much. We got 15 watching right now. So we do appreciate you tuning in. And till next time, God bless.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.